first high. Everyone has their first high, even the most holy of people. Yeah, that's right. Go ask your parents about the first time. They'll deny it at first, but shit, they've done it. So before I get into this story of my first high, plus a little more, I need to tell you the backstory. This story takes place in 8th grade. I was young and dubious. All my friends at the time were smoking the za. I wanted to see what all the hype was about. So I hit up my boy that I'll just call Rob. Now Rob told me we could walk to the park and smoke the sweet za. Now it's important to mention that this was a Wednesday on a school day. Now after school had finished, me and Rob had met up. He brought his best friend, who I'll just call Josh. He also brought a girl, who I'll just call Sam. We all left school and walked to the park. I gotta add that the park wasn't a walk away. This park was across the entire town. We stopped by Rob's house to pick up the good. Once we got to the park, we tried finding the most hidden spot. We went to this tiny forest right next to the park. Rob pulled out some random plastic-looking stick with 2 holes in it. He packed that sweet za into it and lit up and hit it. He then passed the most holy of blunts. At the time, I thought I was absolutely faded, but no, I was barely even high. I remember looking up at the water tower and thinking that it was gonna fall over on me. Oh shit! I remember laying on my back and just looking at the sky and all the clouds moving. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. At this time, I was getting ready to walk home with them, but Rob and Sam, well, they were gonna stay, so me and Josh headed out. We walked home trying to look at each other's eyes to see if our parents would see if we were high. We got to Josh's house and I bid him farewell and good luck. I started walking home, and what this trash street looked like this. Everything was so vibrant, even though it was really cloudy out. When I got home, I put on the trusty shades. I had forgotten I brought these for some reason, but when I went inside, I was greeted with, "Oh, we've been looking everywhere for you." "We called your grandma and mom and they didn't know where you were." My bad. I then headed to my stepbrother's room because prior to this, I told him I was gonna do the za. Hey, so did you do the za? Yeah, I'm barely feeling it now though. I then headed out to go to my mom's, but right before I stepped out of the door, my dad said, "Stop." Now in this moment, I thought I was done for. I was ready to tell him every crime and sin I had ever committed. But in that moment, he just leaned over and hugged me and said, "I love you." Now this was kinda sus because my dad never hugs me and he never says, "I love you." So I knew something was up. As he went in for the hug, I heard him go, "Oh no, I'd forgotten the most important part of doing the za, the smell." Luckily for me, he said nothing and just let me go. I had a suspicion that he knew, but I didn't know for sure. This was my story on my first time getting high. Now leave some comments down below on your first high. It'd be really interesting to read. Now if you want more videos like this, just comment them. Bye bye.